Happy ReZero Day, everybody, and thank you Surfshark for sponsoring this video. I live in the US, but Surfshark VPN has allowed me to watch ReZero as it airs on Japanese television an hour before it gets to Crunchyroll. Surfshark is perfect for bypassing region-locked anime on whichever streaming service you prefer, and it works on any device as well. It's fast, secure, easy to use, and you can unlock the best price in the market right now by going to surfshark.deals/echidnut and using the promo code echidnut for 83% off plus 3 extra months free. I've been using Surfshark since 2019, and it's kept me safe the entire time, especially because of its bonus features like the Clean Web tool that automatically blocks malware, as well as the alert feature which notifies you immediately if you've been hacked or if your information's been stolen. So if you'd like to boost your security, bypass region locks, or just watch anime early, click the link in the description or go to surfshark.deals/echidnut and use the promo code echidnut for 83% off plus 3 extra months free. Today we were blessed with another ReZero masterpiece. This was one of the best episodes of the entire season, and what stood out to me the most was the incredible voice acting. Both Subaru and Emilia's VAs delivered a stunning performance as usual, but I think the highlight was definitely the guy that voices the bugs from Otto's backstory. Last week's episode was mostly dialogue and setup, but this week we finally got some action and also some action. We got to see a bit of Otto's past, which basically explained how Otto became such a great character. He's able to understand Subaru on a level that no other character can. After being isolated and exiled from his home, Otto experienced the exact same loneliness he later recognized in Subaru. Both Otto and Subaru had to suffer because of their powers, and that's why Otto sees a reflection of his past self inside of Subaru. So when Otto is helping Subaru, he also feels like he's helping himself at the same time, and that's why the two of them get along so well. By the way, if the anime didn't make it clear enough, young Otto did in fact fall in love with the white cat we saw. So yeah, that was a thing. The next flashback actually took place during Season 1, and as you can see, Otto was very grateful to be alive, so it makes sense for him to feel like he's in Subaru's debt. I was really impressed by how well directed all these flashbacks were, though I couldn't help but laugh when I saw this one frame. I enjoyed the fight with Garfiel too. The animation was actually much better than I expected, but I was disappointed about some of the cut content. In both of the novels, Otto actually used the earth spell Dona in its ultimate form. In Season 1, the spell was first used by Betelgeuse, though he did cast a much weaker version with the prefix ul. Otto's version of the spell with the prefix Al is the earth magic spell at its highest level, so to be able to cast it, Otto had to borrow mana from the forest itself. And even that wasn't enough to stop Garfiel. But luckily, Ram was. To successfully deal any amount of physical damage to Garfiel in his beast form definitely requires a tremendous amount of strength, so this episode reminded us how powerful Ram truly is. The author even called Ram a boss-level character similar to the White Whale. Otto was pretty awesome too. If anyone was confused about this part, what he did was distract Garfiel by using his divine protection to communicate with the beast language. We also got to see another powerful magic spell cast by Ram this time. Al Fula is the highest level wind magic spell, so it's kind of insane that Ram was still able to use it even without her horn. For those of you that haven't seen my magic video, each magical element has 4 levels to every spell. For example, here's Huma, the basic level water magic spell. So yeah, the most important thing you guys need to remember is that any spell with the prefix Al is extremely powerful. Additionally, at the end of the episode, Garfiel was revealed to be alive, which means he was able to withstand 2 of the most powerful spells in ReZero, once again reminding us how strong he is. Alright, moving along, let's talk about Emilia's first kiss. My bad guys, I played the wrong clip. Here is Emilia's first kiss. Sorry. Here is Emilia's actual first kiss. You see this, everyone? This could be you if you quit League of Legends. Subaru once again confesses to Emilia, except this time, he tells her how he truly feels. But his true feelings were not entirely positive. For the first time ever, Subaru reveals the malice and disgust he's harbored towards Emilia after watching her fail repeatedly. My first reaction was that Subaru was being a bit too harsh, but I mean, let's be honest here. So far this season, Emilia has been about as useless as Bikini Bottom's fire department. Emilia this season was less essential than Nezuko's voice actor. Emilia's confidence was less existent than Donald Trump's Twitter account. And Rem has accomplished more than Emilia this season just by being asleep. But despite all of that, Subaru still loves her. Regardless of how pathetic Emilia might be, Subaru will always accept her, and he would never hate or abandon her because of her weaknesses. Since the beginning of ReZero, Subaru has been obsessively infatuated with Emilia, but hasn't gotten much of anything in return. When he confessed to her, she wouldn't say anything back, and every time he tried to flirt with her, she would either ignore him or change the subject. Based on the evidence I've collected, my conclusion is that before this week's episode, Natsuki Subaru was what we call down bad. As you can see, it was a long, painful journey for Subaru, but finally, this week's episode confirmed 100% that Emilia does have feelings for Subaru, and this kiss they shared is the first major development in their relationship's progression. There has been some hints dropped in a couple episodes this season that Emilia might have had feelings for Subaru, but it was never anything too promising. That kiss, though, obliterated any doubts you might have had. And I hate to say it because it was a good scene, but the kiss of death at the end of Season 2, Episode 11 wasn't significant whatsoever. That mind-broken version of Emilia probably would have kissed anyone at that point, so it definitely doesn't count. As far as I'm concerned, this week's episode was their first actual kiss. That being said, I want to applaud Subaru for finally doing it. It almost feels like one of my best friends just lost their virginity. I mean, this is what we've all wanted Subaru to do for such a long time. I know I was hoping it would happen at the end of Season 1, Episode 25, but looking back, I'm happy they waited until now because this was such an amazing moment. Don't forget though, Subaru can still die, and if he does, then that kiss never happened. Let me know in the comments how pissed you would be if Subaru dies next episode. Another reason Subaru kissing Emilia was so important is because it provided some context about Satella. A lot of you guys have shared theories in the comment section that Satella is either Emilia from the past, the future, another timeline, or some variation of that. Well, if we think back to Subaru's conversation with Satella, some of the cut content from that episode has been made relevant once again. Back when Satella revealed why she's in love with Subaru, she said it's because he held her hand on lonely nights and kissed her when she was alone. Now, 2 episodes ago, this made absolutely no sense, but last episode we got to see Subaru holding Emilia's hand on a lonely night. And then this episode, he kissed her and told her she wasn't alone. That pretty much matches what Satella said word for word, and yes, it could just be a coincidence, but if you ask me, it sounds like Satella knew this would happen. We know she's got the power to control time, so was Satella referencing the future when she said that to Subaru? I don't know what all of this means, but I thought you guys might have found it interesting, and as always, I'd be happy to read your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. I thought this episode was nothing short of a masterpiece. Can we just stop to appreciate how lucky we are that ReZero has literally the perfect cast of voice actors in both the sub and the dub? The same applies to the music as well. Every time ReZero plays a new song, it becomes an instant classic, and I can't say that about most other anime. Otto's past was adapted perfectly. We even got to see Betelgeuse again, who's always been one of my favorite characters. Ricardo showed up again too, and at first I was a little bit scared because I felt like I might have been more excited than some of the furries out there. And finally, the kiss of life, as I'm gonna call it, was unbelievably breathtaking, and honestly, I can't really complain about anything that happened this episode. Definitely one of the best episodes of the season. I really hope they continue adapting ReZero with the same quality this episode had. But because Kadokawa took down my Greed If video and gave my channel a copyright strike, I'm giving this episode a 0 out of 10. On a serious note, for anyone that hasn't heard, Kadokawa is removing all sorts of ReZero videos and delivering copyright strikes to a lot of channels, including mine. I am essentially risking my channel right now by continuing to talk about ReZero, so make sure you guys follow me on Twitter in case my channel gets taken down. I also want to say thank you to everyone who's been showing me support during all of this. It really does help me a lot more than you might think. If you enjoyed this video though, don't forget to give it a like and make sure you subscribe to be notified when if I upload another ReZero video, and most importantly, keep talking about Attack on Titan, I guess. I'm out for now. Peace.